Welcome to my YouTube channel, Tony Suvega. Today is Wednesday, December 7, 2022, and it is the day of the horse. Best colors to use or wear? White. All shades of white. Light and dark shades of white. Do-it-yourself black and white Feng Shui. Horse element is yang, male, fire, leaf. And from 2024 to 2043, it will be the period 9. The first 10 years is the period of the snake. The second 10 years is that of the horse. When we think of fire, we think of the sun, the friction, the fire coming from a stove, the fire coming from the sunlight, the sun rays, and anything that is produced out of heat. And sometimes there is a combination of these, like hydroelectric or hydroelectricity or the hydraulics. It is the combination of fire and water. And when we analyze these in the modern times, this is just like the horse meeting with the rat, or the rat meeting with the horse. And for all you know, when we think of things like the fire element is something like we are obliged to settle because this may harm the environment, like a forest wildfire. So fire sometimes is not friendly. Fire might not only harm human lives, but also may deflect the energies that was established. Like, for example, when humans get old. When they get old, energies like that will be worn out. So, better yet, fire is not that sustainable. It loses its glare or blaze in a time when, for example, the wood is already consumed, or the methane is already done or consumed or exhausted. So the exhaustion of that where fire is clinging on to, like wood or metal or plastic, that fire is going to be gone, consumed, exhausted, and therefore will be resolved in time. You know, for a fact that when we have that idea of having fire or having the sun or the sunlight like that, we knew that every single moment of our lives, when the sun will lose its brilliance or its glare, then there will be no use for the sun, or the energies coming from the solar energies giving us energies that might be helping the human activities, or for example in cooking, LPG is already gone or consumed. So what will be the use of the stove? In that idea, we have to preserve what the source of fire is coming from. That must be preserved, or in continuity, we should have that in a shall we say preserve, or having that kind of energies wherein fire will be in continuity. But sometimes fire is lost and fire is gone. When it is gone, it is forever gone. You really don't know where to get it again. Or if it is an LPG, you buy another. You buy another tank, or tank of LPG, or liquefied petroleum gas. Shall we say, for example, a satellite is being launched into the atmosphere. When the gas coming from that satellite is gone, ergo, the operation or the coming of the satellite going up will be stopped, or will be not available any soon. Will not be for the use or for that use. So how do we resolve, for example, the energy of the sun? We cannot. And we are very much sure that someday the energy of the sun will be lost. And there will be another system or another satellite that might come into the earth, or maybe the earth will not be available anymore, or there will be another satellite that will help us to do it, to give it, to benefit from it. So when we go around via astronomy, the sun is not the only star that is available. There are so many stars, there are so many satellites around our system that might be available when sun loses its energy. So the Bible says that in that time the moon becomes black and the sun becomes red. So this is worth telling, that the energies of the sun will lose sooner or later. And it is fact that we are using solar energy, and this aggravates our position to preserve the sun's energy. So what we do then? Of course, we have to stop using the solar energy. But how can we? People are using solar energy now. It's the same telling as it is very sinful to build a well or a pumping well, because the water under the earth is the bloodline of the earth. The more we get water under the earth, the more earthquakes will be inevitable. We cannot avoid earthquake because you are now consuming that bloodline underground. And in hope, in the future time, we will be going to our aggravation, or apocalypse will be at hand. And the idea of the Armageddon is just available and will be around the corner. We cannot stop this event in the future to happen. No amount of prediction can help. No amount of foretelling the future will help. It is our obligation and our responsibility to protect our atmosphere, but we're not the only one on earth living here. There might be a team play, or there should be a system wherein people are doing one another for one another. And behold, we cannot do it anymore, because there are so many countries and there are so many people on earth not really abiding with the rule of the environment, killing the ecosystem, deranging the ecosystem, we really cannot escape the doomsday.